In this industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, like I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe.
Sexy Red has never been afraid of controversy. Whether she's sparking debates with her music, her interviews, or her social media posts, she somehow always finds herself trending. But this latest controversy isn't about a new song or a viral performance. It's about claims that have spread so widely online that they're now overshadowing almost everything else people say about her. And believe it or not, Orlando Brown has become one of the loudest voices keeping those rumors alive. If you followed Orlando over the last few years, then you already know he's made headlines for calling out celebrities with some pretty wild accusations. Sometimes people laugh them off. Other times, his comments explode across social media and create days of debate. This time, Sexy Red became his latest target. According to Orlando, the rumors surrounding Sexy Red's personal hygiene aren't just internet jokes. He doubled down on them during interviews, throwing out one accusation after another and claiming she wasn't the only woman in the entertainment industry dealing with those kinds of issues. But before Orlando jumped into the conversation, Sexy Red had already given social media plenty to talk about herself. The controversy really started after she posted a photo from a doctor's office on her Instagram story with a caption joking about waiting to find out why her private area had an odor. Most celebrities would have deleted that post within minutes. Sexy Red did the exact opposite. Instead of backing away from the attention, she leaned into it. Almost overnight, screenshots of the post spread across every major platform, and people couldn't decide whether she was simply trolling the internet or accidentally giving critics even more ammunition. Then she turned the controversy into a business opportunity. When Sexy Red launched her lip gloss line, fans expected flashy names or playful branding. Instead, she introduced products with names referencing sexually transmitted infections and other explicit terms. As strange as the marketing sounded, it worked. People who had never planned to buy the product suddenly wanted to see what everyone was talking about. Some praised her for creating one of the boldest marketing campaigns they'd ever seen, while others felt she had crossed a line that didn't need to be crossed. Either way, everyone was talking about it. Not long afterward, another interview began making the rounds online. During the conversation, Sexy Red openly admitted she had contracted chlamydia twice from the same man after the two broke up, dated other people, and eventually got back together. Rather than hiding the experience, she explained it in a surprisingly casual way. Her honesty earned mixed reactions. Some people appreciated that she spoke openly about sexual health instead of pretending it couldn't happen. Others questioned why she would publicly share something so personal, arguing that it only fueled the negative image critics already had of her. Before those debates had a chance to die down, Orlando Brown added fuel to the fire. Instead of simply criticizing Sexy Red's comments, he made even more graphic claims about her hygiene and repeatedly mocked her during interviews and live streams. His remarks quickly went viral, but he didn't stop with Sexy Red. Almost immediately, Orlando expanded his criticism to include several other female celebrities. One of the biggest surprises was Beyoncé. In one interview, Orlando made shocking allegations about Beyoncé's health while also claiming powerful people were trying to silence him for speaking publicly. He offered no verified evidence to support those claims, yet clips from the interview spread rapidly across social media because of how outrageous the accusations were. Supporters argued Orlando was simply seeking attention. Others insisted he was saying what nobody else wanted to say. Regardless of which side people believed, one thing was obvious. The conversation was no longer about Sexy Red. Now it had turned into another Orlando Brown controversy. And once Beyoncé's name entered the discussion, it didn't take long before more celebrities were pulled into the rumors. Rihanna was next. Old allegations about her personal life resurfaced almost immediately after Orlando's comments went viral. Internet users began recycling long-debunked gossip involving Jay-Z, Chris Brown, and claims about sexually transmitted infections. Much of that speculation traced back to comments previously made by Jaguar Wright and other internet personalities, who repeated stories that have circulated online for years. None of those allegations have ever been proven, and Rihanna has never confirmed the rumors. Even so, social media treated the old stories like breaking news all over again. That's the pattern these controversies often follow. One celebrity becomes the center of attention, and suddenly years of unrelated rumors involving other public figures start resurfacing, whether there's evidence supporting them or not. And that pattern would only continue. Because after Rihanna, Orlando Brown turned his attention toward even more women in the industry, including Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, creating an even bigger controversy that would eventually lead people to compare his accusations with lawsuits that had already played out in court. After Orlando Brown's comments about Beyoncé went viral, the controversy spread even further. Before long, Rihanna became the next celebrity pulled into the conversation, not because of anything new she had said or done, but because old internet rumors suddenly started resurfacing. For years, social media has recycled claims about Rihanna's alleged relationship with Jay-Z during the early stages of her career. Those rumors have never been proven, yet every time Jay-Z's name trends, they seem to come back. This time was no different. Old videos, blog posts, and interviews began circulating again, with internet personalities repeating claims that Rihanna had allegedly contracted herpes during that period. Much of that speculation came from comments previously made by Jaguar Wright and other online figures. However, none of those allegations have ever been supported by verified evidence, and Rihanna has never publicly confirmed them. The same thing happened with Chris Brown. People started revisiting an old lawsuit filed against Rihanna in 2012 by an anonymous individual claiming she had knowingly transmitted herpes. Because the person's identity was never publicly confirmed, internet users spent years speculating that it may have been Chris Brown. The problem is that no credible evidence ever established he was the person behind that lawsuit. Still, once social media grabs onto a theory, it often gets repeated so many times that people begin treating it like established fact. Then Orlando Brown shifted his attention again. This time, he brought Nicki Minaj into the conversation. During an interview, Orlando claimed he had previously made comments about Nicki's hygiene and alleged that those remarks led to major problems between him and her team. He even suggested she was furious over what he had said. As with many of Orlando's public statements, no evidence was presented to support those claims, but that didn't stop the clips from spreading across social media. By now, a clear pattern had emerged. It was no longer just about Sexy Red. Almost every major female rapper was somehow being dragged into the same conversation. Then came Cardi B. Unlike many of the other celebrities mentioned, Cardi actually took legal action when similar rumors were spread about her. Back in 2018, blogger Tasha K published a series of videos making false claims about Cardi's personal health, including allegations that she had herpes. Cardi denied the accusations and eventually sued for defamation, winning a multi-million-dollar judgment in court. That case became one of the biggest examples of how expensive false celebrity rumors can become when they're presented as facts. Many people online pointed to Cardi's lawsuit while discussing Orlando Brown's comments, arguing that if someone repeats damaging accusations without evidence, they could face similar legal consequences. Meanwhile, the focus shifted back to Sexy Red. Orlando wasn't the only person criticizing her. Commentators like Charleston White and several rappers also questioned her public image, especially after she openly admitted she preferred unprotected sex and joked about sexually transmitted infections during interviews. Those comments only fueled existing criticism. Then another rumor surfaced after Sexy Red was linked online to content creator Gucci Third Leg, who had previously faced herpes allegations of his own. Around the same time, Chicago rapper Vonoff 1700 made a cryptic social media post saying he couldn't get rid of an unusual smell after being with a woman. Although he never directly named Sexy Red in the original post, many internet users connected the two after later comments online. As with many of the stories surrounding this controversy, those claims remain unverified. But once several separate rumors started overlapping, social media combined them into one much larger narrative. That's really what makes this story so interesting. It isn't just about Orlando Brown's comments. It's about how quickly internet rumors grow once multiple people begin repeating them. A single interview turns into dozens of reaction videos. Old allegations get recycled, unrelated stories become connected, and before long, it's almost impossible for the average person to separate fact from speculation. Whether people love or hate Sexy Red, one thing is certain: she has mastered staying in the headlines. Sometimes it's because of her music, sometimes it's because of her marketing, and other times it's because social media takes one controversial moment and turns it into weeks of non-stop debate. As for Orlando Brown, his comments continue to divide audiences. Some people believe he's exposing uncomfortable truths, while others argue he's simply making sensational claims without evidence to stay relevant online. At the end of the day, many of the allegations discussed throughout this controversy remain unverified. While they've generated millions of views and countless debates across social media, rumors alone shouldn't be treated as established facts. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Orlando Brown has gone too far with his comments about Sexy Red and other celebrities? Or do you think people are taking his statements more seriously than they should? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the next video, because celebrity drama never stays quiet for long.